I always say that this opera is like a French pastry baked by an Italian chef, because that's exactly what it is. Rossini was the master of Italian comic opera, and he transferred those skills to the French stage and the French language. One of the things that I think is the most unique about this production for Des Moines Metro Opera is that we not only created new scenery for it, but that we had the opportunity to create new costumes. And that is a very rare thing for us. We're very proud of the entire package, the scenery and the costumes, and all particularly tailored for this production and for our venue. This opera is not often produced. One of the reasons that it's not produced very often is because the roles are extraordinarily difficult to sing. Putting together a cast that can meet the demands of the vocal writing and also the comedy is a certain trick. I think our cast for Rossini's Le Comte Ory is a perfect example of what we do at our best, which is to find fantastic young singers from all over the United States, right on the precipice of major careers.
For me, the difficulty of the role was daunting because vocally it's so demanding, but also because of the staging, it's so lively and sprightly. By the end of the night, I'm completely wiped out, but it's still so fulfilling to hear the audience laughing with us and knowing that they're enjoying it makes a heck of a difference.
After one of the performances, an audience member came up to me and said, "So what's harder than this?" And my mind went totally blank. I couldn't think of a single thing that I'd sung. And every role has different challenges. And the comedy helps that, I think. I think because it's a comedy, you can enjoy yourself. But like Taylor said, there's also a lot of business on stage. You have to dive into the vocal demands, but you also have to infuse it with the character and make sure it's fun for the audience and it doesn't become labored. I feel like we didn't ever have to be like, this is awkward, let's figure out how we're gonna do this. Like, not one time.
It just happened.
Which is really cool. It's all in the writing. The comedy's in the writing, the relationship between the two of us is in the writing, the vocal writing. So it makes our jobs easy,
Yeah, we just kind of have to go out there and sing what's on the page, and she does it so beautifully that it really does just mesh together. It's just all about the joy of singing this role together with someone who's musical and good at what they do, and it's such a joy.
The remainder of the cast is extraordinary. We have Stephanie Laricella as Isolier, the pants role. What they call the trouser roles in opera is a long part of the history of the art form, begun in and around the 17th and 18th century, in which the role of a young boy, often a page, is assumed by a female. Iowa native Wayne Tigas as the tutor, who is a Dubuque native, who actually went to Iowa State University and has gone on to have a very substantial career all over the United States. And Stephen Labrie as Rimbaud, Margaret Lattimore as Ragonda. So it's a fantastic cast full of people with impressive resumes who will sing and act wonderfully.